Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 best countries to retire in the world 2024. If you're considering retirement abroad, you need information, and you need lots of it. But more than that, you need guidance on how to interpret that information. That's what we're here for, and that's why we've compiled the 2024 Annual Global Retirement Index, to help you with the exciting business of choosing where in the world will best suit your needs. When it was first conceived, our retirement index was our special way of coping with an embarrassment of riches. At that stage, we had already spent over a decade exploring all manner of dream locales. The result was a huge and exciting variety of choice and opportunity. Fast forward to 2024. More than 3 decades have gone by, during which our scouts have scoured every corner of the globe many times over. The result is a much bigger and ever-growing selection of outstanding destinations where you can live a healthier and happier life, spend a lot less money, and get a whole lot more. But how do you choose? In no way is our Global Retirement Index meant to be a scientific output. It's designed to be a useful tool for people, constructed out of real-world, on-the-ground information interpreted through a lens of well-informed experience and opinion. Our sources are living in the places where they're gathering their intelligence. And we trust their judgment. If they say the healthcare is good, or that a meal for 2 in a nice restaurant costs $20, then we believe them. Our intention with this index is that it be genuinely useful. We're not looking for random input from random people around the world. You can get that with a simple internet search. Instead, we're in the business of providing sound recommendations about a refreshingly limited number of options. Beyond data, it offers, more importantly, information, opinions, perspective, and guidance. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 best countries to retire in the world 2024. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 best countries to retire in the world 2024. Number 10. Colombia. It may seem like uncharted territory at first glance, but choosing to retire in Colombia means plenty of outdoor activities, nature preserves, festivals, and eco-tours. Over the centuries, Colombia's indigenous, European, and African cultures merged to create a rich, complex history and vibrant country. The biggest benefit to retiring in Colombia is the affordability and ease of traveling from one region to another. Major cities like Bogotá, Medellín, and Cartagena have well-developed medical systems and medicine clinics. Many preventive care professionals offer treatments like massage, acupuncture, and other alternative care for a third of the price in the US, and specialists can usually be seen quickly. According to the World Health Organization, Colombia's healthcare system is comparable to those of the US and Canada. The most obvious benefit to living in Colombia as a retiree is the cost of living. Although rent and food prices continue to rise globally, you can live comfortably in affluent neighborhoods for as little as $1,000 per month in Manizales, Bogotá, and Pereira, and $1,500 to $2,000 in Medellín and Cartagena. Most areas are safe, but some remote regions may be risky due to the potential for violence or criminal activities. Arauca region, located in the eastern part of the country, shares a border with Venezuela and has seen a lot of civil unrest in recent years. That said, Colombia is more than what the media portrays. Number 9. France. If you're looking for an easy living, stress-free retirement, look no further than beautiful France, one of Europe's top gourmet destinations. What you might not have considered is that the land of croissants and camembert can be surprisingly affordable, and with the current state of inflation and rising housing prices in the US, it's becoming more and more so every day. As housing costs are, on average, 34% less than those in the United States, and property taxes a tenth of what we pay back home, many retirees are looking to stake their U.S. housing gains into a fuller, more enriching lifestyle. Retirees can look to several spots in southeastern France for other areas that combine attractive real estate prices with ample access to social and cultural activities, plus a range of services in English. While Saint-Tropez and Cannes may raise some budget-conscious eyebrows, long-term rentals in Nice are on par, and sometimes lower, than comparable U.S. cities. Besides the world-class cuisine, exquisite wine, and lower housing costs, one of the main reasons to retire in France is the ability to join their top-notch healthcare system. Retirees only need to obtain a long-stay visa, one of the easier European visas to acquire, and reside in the country for 180 days a year. After 3 months in France, with the long-stay visa in hand, North Americans can apply for healthcare and are issued a social security number and a healthcare card. There are no networks to join, age limits, or pre-existing condition restrictions. Everyone is welcome. You can go to any doctor, dentist, or specialist in any part of the country. From top-tier teaching hospitals in Paris, Lyon, and Marseille to your local village practitioner in the foothills of Burgundy wine country, French healthcare is full access. Often cited in the top 10 healthcare systems in the world, very few find the need to search out private facilities, as the public system has rigorous controls and standards, all for incredibly low fees. From the snow-capped Alps to the rugged beaches of Corsica and the elegant rues, streets, of Bordeaux, France is a land of impressive natural beauty and refined living. Fortunately, for those seeking to take advantage of a gourmet lifestyle that also focuses on the well-being of its residents, La Belle France is an accessible and surprisingly affordable retirement destination. Number 8. Malaysia. Living in Malaysia offers a distinct and profound experience, a sentiment not expressed lightly. This Southeast Asian gem seamlessly intertwines affordability, cultural diversity, and awe-inspiring natural beauty, creating a lifestyle that has captured the attention of expatriates worldwide. Malaysia, with its unique blend of first-world amenities at a mere fraction of the cost, presents an intriguing prospect for those seeking a more relaxed, exotic existence away from the hustle and bustle of North America, Europe, or Australia. Undoubtedly, one of the primary factors drawing expatriates to Malaysia is the substantially lower cost of living compared to their Western counterparts. Housing, transportation, food, and entertainment expenses are, on average, 1/3 to 1/5 of the costs incurred back home. For instance, renting a 3-bedroom apartment on the beach in Penang can be as modest as $900 per month, an astonishing contrast to the prices prevalent in Western metropolitan areas. Daily expenses, including groceries and dining out, are also notably more reasonable in Malaysia. The low cost of living throughout the country is also one of the main draws for expats, as is the fact that Ecuador uses the US dollar as its currency. It's easy to rent a comfortable, spacious apartment or house for around $600 a month in many places. Fresh produce from the markets is locally grown, delicious, and incredibly cheap. Public transportation is ubiquitous and very affordable, as this is how the majority of Ecuadorians travel. A couple can get by very comfortably on $2,000 to $2,500 per month, with enough left over to spend on travel, while a single person may only need around $1,500. As many Americans struggle to afford healthcare in the U.S., expats living in Ecuador have found a modernized, affordable system with great accessibility and an impressive array of highly trained surgeons and practitioners to choose from. The government-run system, known as IESS, runs at around $95 per month for a couple and covers most needs, but even the private sector is very affordable, with a visit to a GP generally costing $40 and an MRI scan about $250. Equipment is state-of-the-art in these private hospitals, and many doctors have done some training in the US or Europe, so they speak English too. The lower cost of living, coupled with the country's cultural richness and its geographical proximity to other Asian countries, creates a uniquely compelling living environment. Quite simply, there is no other place quite like it. Number 7. Greece. Greece has perpetually been a dream vacation destination topping bucket lists across the world. The allure of its ancient history and famous archaeological ruins, sun-splashed islands, and fresh, healthy cuisine bring multitudes to Greece each year. It comes as no surprise that in the past few years, Greece has emerged as one of the preeminent retirement destinations for many. Geographically, Greece offers something for everyone, boasting a richly diverse mainland and over 2,000 islands, 227 inhabited. Mountains cover 80% of the landscape throughout the country, and no part of Greece is further than 86 miles from the sea, affording sweeping views and easy access. The climate, mainly considered Mediterranean with warm, dry summers and wet, mild winters, actually contains microclimates depending on geographical location. In the winter, northern cities boast ski resorts, while cities further south rarely see even a single flake of snow. Spring and fall do sneak in for a few weeks, bookending summer and winter with splashes of greens and bright wildflowers where ice have grown used to dry, brown summers. Although the housing market varies dramatically depending on location and proximity to a city or the sea, prices still fall well below comparable properties in the U.S. Housing in Greece has been estimated to be as much as 75% lower than U.S. prices. The cost of living in Greece hovers between 30% and 50% below the cost of living in the United States, keeping everyday expenses relatively low. These stats have retirees, digital nomads, and expats flocking to the sunny skies and blue seas of the Hellenic Republic. Healthcare in Greece requires careful research to be sure you have the coverage and access you need. Quality doctors and hospital facilities abound, but these are concentrated in the more populated areas. Not every village or island has a hospital or specialists. In order to apply for a residence permit, you must prove that you have health insurance coverage in Greece. Number 6. Ecuador. Ecuador lies directly on the equator, hence its name, and is tucked into the northwestern corner of South America. While it's not a large country, it packs a massive amount of diversity in terms of topography, climate, wildlife, and culture. There are many facets of living in Ecuador that attract expats to take the plunge and relocate here. The climate is one of the most commonly cited factors, especially among Americans who are used to suffering through climatological extremes and running up high utility bills for AC and heating. The country's position on the equator means that weather is pretty consistent year-round, with some times of year being rainier than others, and although it can be hot at sea level, the more elevation you gain, the cooler the temperatures become. Cities such as Salinas and Manta are popular retiree destinations, as well as small fishing villages like San Clemente, and beach towns like Olan and Montanita. The low cost of living throughout the country is also one of the main draws for expats, as is the fact that Ecuador uses the US dollar as its currency. It's easy to rent a comfortable, spacious apartment or house for around $600 a month in many places. Fresh produce from the markets is locally grown, delicious, and incredibly cheap. Public transportation is ubiquitous and very affordable, as this is how the majority of Ecuadorians travel. A bus ride is 30 cents, and taxis typically run from $1.50 to $3 for most trips within a city. Eating out is great value for money, especially if you frequent the places favored by locals. A $2.50 three-course lunch is typical fare, and most expats find that they can get by just fine without a car, which really cuts down a lot on your monthly expenses. A couple can get by very comfortably on $2,000 to $2,500 per month, with enough left over to spend on travel, while a single person may only need around $1,500. As many Americans struggle to afford healthcare in the U.S., expats living in Ecuador have found a modernized, affordable system with great accessibility and an impressive array of highly trained surgeons and practitioners to choose from. The government-run system, known as IESS, runs at around $95 per month for a couple and covers most needs, but even the private sector is very affordable, with a visit to a GP generally costing $40 and an MRI scan about $250. Equipment is state-of-the-art in these private hospitals, and many doctors have done some training in the US or Europe, so they speak English too. Number 5. Spain. Spain has consistently held its position among the top destinations for retirees, offering a unique blend of rich cultural experiences, favorable climates, and a high quality of life. As the allure of retirement in Spain continues to capture the attention of individuals seeking a fulfilling and leisurely lifestyle, various facets make this European gem an ideal retirement destination or new home for remote workers. The climate in Spain is as diverse as its landscapes. Whether you prefer the mild temperatures of the Mediterranean coast or the sunny days of the Canary Islands, at 300 to 320 sunny days a year, it's one of the sunniest regions in Europe. The country's northwestern part is ideal for those who prefer cooler temperatures and greener landscapes. Additionally, for those who like winter and snow, you can still find it in parts of Spain. In the northern region, Spain borders France with the Pyrenees Mountains. Winter sports lovers can still enjoy their favorite activities without going far. The cost of living is another factor for people moving to Spain. Expenses are significantly lower in many areas than in North America. However, for those with deep pockets, there is also plenty available. A comfortable lifestyle can be sustained with a monthly budget ranging from $2,000 to $3,000. However, the cardinal rule of real estate holds true: location matters. In major hubs like Madrid or Barcelona, the cost of living can escalate, particularly in terms of accommodation. The allure of Spain as an economical retirement destination extends beyond housing costs. The freshness and affordability of food contribute significantly to a lower overall cost of living. Enjoying the renowned Mediterranean diet, comprising an array of fruits and vegetables, becomes a budget-friendly affair, often at a fraction of the cost compared to the United States. Spain boasts a robust healthcare system that consistently ranks among the best globally. As a retired expatriate in Spain, your initial access to healthcare will likely be through the country's private healthcare system. Spain's public and private healthcare systems are highly regarded, meeting stringent European and American standards. For expatriates utilizing non-lucrative visas or the Golden Visa, the first-year requirement mandates purchasing private health insurance. The private healthcare options are more convenient, efficient, and surprisingly affordable compared to U.S. standards. Retiring in Spain opens the door to a wealth of cultural and historical treasures, with the most significant cities, Madrid and Barcelona, standing as thriving centers of art, music, theater, and world-class museums. In Valencia, medieval and postmodern architecture coalesce, while San Sebastian boasts a cultural hub with film festivals against a backdrop of dramatic landscapes. Andalusia beckons with some of the continent's finest beaches and the authentic allure of flamenco culture. Meanwhile, the iconic Alhambra graces Granada, a medieval gem. Immersing oneself in Spain's rich cultural tapestry means embracing a retirement filled with history, art, and gastronomy. The mañana culture, synonymous with a laid-back lifestyle, encourages retirees to relish each moment. Whether strolling through medieval towns or savoring delectable tapas, retirees in Spain have the opportunity to craft a retirement filled with enriching experiences. As Spain maintains its position as one of the best places to retire, it's evident that the country offers a harmonious blend of affordability, excellent healthcare, diverse climates, and a rich cultural tapestry. For those seeking a retirement destination that provides a high quality of life coupled with a relaxed and welcoming atmosphere, Spain stands as a timeless haven where every day feels like a new adventure. Number 4. Panama. It's boringly stable, comfortable, and convenient. It's number 1 in Latin America for its environmental performance and sustainability. Panama is one of only a few carbon-neutral countries on the planet. It's the wealthiest country in Latin America by PPP, it's had the fastest-growing economy in the region for years, and it's known as the hub of the Americas because of its incredible international airport, home to Central America's best airline. Like any country, Panama has its issues. There are inefficiencies in government, the judiciary, and trash collection, to name a few. While very modern, with high-speed internet across the country and countless services online, it is also, in many ways, still developing. As is every single country in Latin America. But there's no other place on Earth that offers so much with so little inconvenience: a mild sunny tropical climate, Pacific and Caribbean beaches and islands, and zero hurricanes, proximity to the US and Canada, a strong dollarized economy, affordable quality healthcare, no foreign income tax, low property taxes, and more. Panama's government will make you feel welcome, too. The Pensionado visa makes it a cinch to move here if you have a monthly pension of at least $1,000. Or you can qualify for the Friendly Nations visa by buying a home for $200,000, or just park that amount in a local account, no need to buy anything. If you just want to test the waters, stay for up to 6 months. If you're from the US or Canada, you don't need a visa. Want to work remotely from here for a year? Stay for up to 18 months on the new temporary telework visa. Number 3. Mexico. Stunning natural beauty, check. A high percentage of English-speaking locals, check. A thriving, happy expat community, check. A warm, friendly culture, check. The list goes on and on. Mexico is a top-rated country to retire to for many reasons. Lifestyle, culture, warmth of its people, and affordability without losing luxury. Yes, that's right, I said luxury. Because the cost of living is lower, you can afford a little more luxury in your life, and Mexico has plenty on offer. The gastronomy scene in most major tourist spots, which coincidentally also tend to be expat havens, is where you'll find 5-star rated chefs specializing in just about every cuisine from around the world. Every environment can be found in Mexico. There are beautiful deserts, green rolling hills, volcanoes, national parks, laid-back beach towns, and thriving metropolis cities. So, however you envision your retirement, you'll find it in Mexico. The great news is that property prices are a lot lower, too. With beachside condos, houses, villas, or a little house in the jungle all being affordable options depending on your lifestyle choice and budget. Another great thing about Mexico is the low cost of healthcare. Even top specialists are very affordable. Emergency care in Mexico is also affordable for every budget. Funnily enough, the most commented about thing I hear from other expats is how they don't need as many medications anymore. Due to the warmer weather, healthier lifestyle, cleaner eating, and reduced stress, most expats are healthier than they've been in years. When your dollar stretches a lot further, it means you can enjoy life to its fullest. Number 2. Portugal. Portugal is one of the easiest European countries for North Americans to move to. The visa process is straightforward, and there is no need to take the driver's test in the local language, as in other countries. Instead, it's a simple exchange of your present driver's license for a Portuguese one. Healthcare in Portugal is some of the best in the world at affordable prices, and many of the locals, especially the younger generation, speak English. From lively cities to quaint medieval villages, this tiny gem of a country has something for almost everyone. Let's have a look at some of the reasons why so many retire here. Lisbon, Portugal's buzzing capital city, is an energetic mix of museums, concerts, restaurants, historic, tiled homes, and old-world charm. Since the city is built on 7 hills, it's best to hop aboard one of the iconic yellow trams or other forms of public transport to help you get around. Home to Portugal's main airport, Lisbon sees its share of tourists, so English is commonly spoken. Most expats retire to Portugal nicely on about $3,000 a month, depending on lifestyle and whether they own or rent. Property near the coast comes with a higher price tag and brings summer tourists, just like anywhere else in the world. For a more authentic vibe, head inland, where rural villages lay in the shadow of castle ruins, surrounded by lush, emerald, green rolling hills. For most Americans, the biggest savings comes with healthcare in Portugal, yet you don't have to sacrifice quality. In fact, Portugal continually comes in at number 12 according to the World Health Organization's ranking. Residents in Portugal have access to both the public and the private healthcare system. The public system is free to join and covers all ages. Small copays do apply when seeing a doctor or being hospitalized up to a certain age, and then it's free. Most expats carry private health insurance, a requirement of the resident visa, and prefer to use the low-cost private healthcare system, since it's more like what they are accustomed to in the US. According to the Global Peace Index, Portugal continually ranks as one of the safest countries in the world. The crime rate is low, gun violence is unheard of, and even elderly residents live without cars, walking around after dark without fear. Portugal's highway system is one of the finest in Europe, easy to navigate with ample rest stops along the way for snacks, restrooms, or for charging electric car motors. Living here, it's easy to make friends from around the globe. Number 1. Costa Rica. That pura vida vibe makes Costa Rica the perfect home away from home. Maybe it's the pristine tropical beaches, the eternal spring-like weather in the Central Valley, the fact that, Nicoya to be exact, is home to one of the world's blue zones, the volcanic energy coursing through its ground, the rich biodiversity of its flora and fauna, the stunning turquoise waterfalls, or that Costa Rica has been ranked as one of the happiest countries. This Central American gem is not only a hotspot for retirees these days but also for single digital nomads and even families looking to escape the rat race. For many, it's a dream to relocate to this tropical haven, where everyday life coexists with nature. It boasts an affordable cost of living, top-quality healthcare options, and natural beauty. People appreciate the stability Costa Rica offers in an increasingly divided world. Lauded as the Switzerland of Central America, Costa Rica abolished its army in 1948, shifting funding toward healthcare and education. It's internationally recognized for its environmental commitment. A quarter of its land is protected as national parks and wildlife refuges. Additionally, it has recently been operating 98% on renewable energy. There are 2 healthcare systems within Costa Rica, public and private. The public one, La Caja, is available to legal residents without copays, pre-existing exclusions, or age disqualifications. Many residents also purchase private insurance policies through familiar insurance companies from English-speaking agents in Costa Rica. These policies are priced significantly less compared to U.S. prices. Another important thing to note is how Costa Rica offers incentives to help expats invest, sample life, or acquire residency. With the new digital nomad visa and an updated law to attract retirees, Costa Rica is an inviting place to enjoy your days. So, which is your favorite countries among the top 10 best countries to retire in the world 2024? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite countries among the top 10 best countries to retire in the world 2024 in the comments below. I'd love to read them and I'm sure others would too.